What's up guys, Dan here at Coalcracker. So you saw the beginning sequence here of me cutting a little round off of a downed already cut stump, and that's what you're going to need for today's project, because in today's project what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this and we're turning it into a cook system. Just a unique way, a fun way, a different way to suspend pots over the campfire. Now what you're going to notice is that I picked something this size, so we're looking at probably around 8 to 9 inches. I mean, you can go as big as you want. I wouldn't go much smaller than this though, because as you notice, we need to put 3 angled holes. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to take this top, you're going to put 3 angled holes, and you are going to make somewhat of a bench, okay, like a little seat. And then in the dead center, you're going to drill straight through, okay, and that is going to create another portion of the cook system. So next step is going to be to get some uprights for inside these 3 holes and then make this look like a bench, and then from there we'll show you how easy it is to create that cook system. So my Bushcraft cooking bench, if you want to call it that, is all complete. A couple things to keep in mind with this. Your height can vary drastically, okay, but you don't want to go too low to the ground. You want to make sure it's up high, and you'll see why when it's all complete. Secondly, okay, this doesn't have to be stable enough for you to sit on. That is not the purpose of this thing. It's a cooking apparatus. So like in my case, I found a nice long downed tree that was straight. So I cut that, and the uprights, these legs, they were a little bit smaller than the actual holes that I had an auger bit today. So what I did was I simply just made some wedges and wedged them in. Enough that this is stable to put some weight down, but again, it doesn't have to hold a human. So just keep that in mind. And then what you need to do lastly is you need to find a Y branch. So here we have a nice straight branch that comes down to a Y, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some notches to the front of this right now. Well, I'm finishing up here. You're going to go off the front. Here's my Y. Right up the front, I'm going to put some just straight cuts with my saw, since I have one. And then I'm going to take my knife, and all I'm going to do is create the 7 notch, which means what I'm going to do is cut up, because here's my Y. I'm going to cut from the bottom up to that, creating what's going to look like a 7. That's actually a stop cut that we put in place there. So you can see now we create this notch that looks like this. So flat top and then curved around the edge here. I'm going to continue this process down with all these next ones. And now once you are finished that, you're going to have something that looks like this. So this just has a series of 7 notches going up it. Okay, remember the flat side is going to be towards the top, and the angled side is going to be going down towards the bottom where your hook is. And then you're going to take just a small toggle, and what I want you to do with that toggle is I just want you to flatten out one side of it. Okay, that's going to actually catch. That's going to be your catch stick for your 7 notch. So I'm just going to take that across the top. You can flatten out the bottom side if you would like. So top side's flattened. I'm just going to flip it over. I'm not going to take too much material off. This is not precision work here. This is just going to help it stabilize a little bit better by doing that. Now I have somewhat of a flat piece of wood. Now let's go over to the cook system with the bush pot and check it out. So now that I have all the components ready, what I can do is I can take my stick and I can place it up inside. Now the stop stick is actually going to catch on one of these 7 notches, and that's going to give us our adjustability. So brand new bush pot, need to get this definitely in the campfire, but I'm going to hang this over. So if the campfire is underneath here where my hand is and I want to heighten this, I simply just pull it up, and then I use my stop stick to hold it in place. So a lot of change there that I can make with the height of the system overall. If I want to lower it way down, did I get lucky? Yep, so that's like right in the campfire. I actually just guessed at those 7 notches, but I guess when you spend as much time in the woods as I do, you get lucky with stuff. All right, so here's an up close of this. So my stick, as I pull this up, when I get to my next notch, my stick just simply catches that, and the 7 notch rests on it. So as I go, I just rest it that way, and I am good to go. All right, guys, and there you go. That is our cooking system for today. What should we call it? What should we call it? I guess whatever's in the title is what I decided to call it. But it's just a fun little project here. If you like doing bushcraft type stuff, this is definitely one to give a shot, with just a little campfire, heating up a little bit of liquid for some coffee, hot chocolate, or tea. perfect, absolutely perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna pack this up. I'm gonna go get my ruck. I'm going out on a ruck today. So I hope all of you are getting to spend some time in the outdoors today. And hopefully there's not as many flies, because the flies are just crazy here today. So absolutely wild and fun day out here with all of you. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And until next video, stay in the woods.